Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming you guys with a pro did commentary. Today I'm casting Nirvana China versus IG, and this is from SMM Grand Finals. On the Sentinel we have Nirvana China, and on the Scourge we have IG. Nirvana China came from the loser bracket after defeating Mineski. Meanwhile, IG stayed in the winners bracket after defeating DK. And because IG came from the winners bracket, they are going to be up in this best of 3 series 1-0. So that means IG just need one more, and they're going to be crowned as SMM's champions. Meanwhile, Nirvana China have to win 2 games, to be the champion themselves. So let's see if they can have what it takes. They do have the first pick and ban, and Panda is going to be one of their ban choices. And your question is, I know he's a pretty strong hero, but is he worthy of the ban? And I'm asking the same question myself. Let's look at Panda really in depth here. Panda, of course, is ultimate. When he splits up, he does have many disables. You can stun someone with a boulder. You can send someone in the air for 6 seconds. Yes, 6 seconds, of course. Also, one of his most underrated ability on the Storm Panda is you could dispel stuns. Not too sure if you knew that. If a magic missile fires at one of your heroes, you could click the spell and that hero's stun will be unstunned, if that makes any sense. Of course, Panda, within his Panda form early on, he's fairly tanky as a hero. In the later portion of the game, he's a fairly good counter carry. He has Drunken Haze that is going to make the enemy hero miss a lot. He has Drunken Brawler, so you can't really right click him down with too much success. So he's a big tank. You can't really kill him, and when he ults, you will try to run, but you have difficult to run because he has stuns, he has cyclones, and also in the current metagame, we have a lot of chasing heroes, right? CK, Weaver, Lycanthrope. Try to run from those. Like, you're going to have a tough time running from those. And Panda just makes the team fight so messy for the enemy team. Suddenly, heroes such as Crystal Maiden and Shaker that could really rely on their range because they have stuns to kind of keep people coming to them. They can't because the Fire Panda will charges through with the resistance skin and just kind of isolate them and kill them very quickly. So Panda is just a crazy hero. He does have a long ultimate cooldown, and that's really preventing him to be one of the best heroes in the game, but he does deserve the ban here. And I did spend a little bit extra time here as we already go into the picks. Lycanthrope is going to be the opening pick for Nirvana China, and Syllabear and the Shaker is going to be the immediate answer from IG. Of course, Lycanthrope, insane hero. There's many options to do what you want to do with Lycanthrope. You could go for a double semi-carry strat and go for a very secure 40 to 50 minute win with high DPS. You could go for a pushing strat. We've definitely seen a lot of Lycan and Furion pushes. When you howl, your Lycanthrope Wolves gets image, the Furion Hero gets the image, the Furion Treants gets the image, and of course Vlad gets plus damage for everyone else as well. So we're stacking a lot of plus damage. The push is very difficult to deal with again. So, and that's always a fear, when you pick up a Lycan, well, the enemy teams don't really know what you're going to do. Are you going to push the enemy team down in 20 minutes, or are you going to lose to them in 40 minutes when he really right clicks you hard with like Heart AC, BKB, Flats? It's just really insane hero to deal with, and let's see if the Scourge team can deal with it. Now, before I talk about Syllabear versus Lycanthrope as a matchup, I want to quickly go over Anti-Mage as a ban. Anti-Mage definitely not really worthy of a ban in my opinion because there's many counters to him. Lycanthrope is one counter amongst many other Shadow Demon and whatnot. By the way, Invoker is still in pool, I want to point out, and so is Shadow Demon. Anti-Mage is banned when IG played against DK, and the reason that Anti-Mage was banned in that game was IG picked into a Necrolite. So that was pretty interesting. I'm not too sure whether, let's see, IG is going to do it this game. I'm not too sure whether Necrolite is going to be the best hero dealing with Lycanthrope, Weaver, and now a Tinker. But they can pick it up if they want to, especially with Anti-Mage out of the question here. But yes, Weaver and Tinker is going to be the following up pick for the Sentinel team. So they are going to go that double semi-carry strat with the Lycanthrope Weaver doing mass amount of DPS, and of course Tinker for support fire. The only worry I do have about this team is that they are a little bit farming oriented. Of course, Lycan does require quite a bit of farm. Weaver farms all day long. He might sometimes TP in with a assist swarm and kind of join a team fight, but for the most part, he's going to stay in the lane and farm. Tinker is going to farm all day up to his BOT, and then after the BOT, he can still keep on farming as well. He's as most hero goes, he's pretty late game. He gets a lot of items. So Nirvana China has a very farming intensive strategy, but that doesn't mean that they only could farm. Of course, Shapeshift at level 6 puts a 522 movement speed on Lycan, so he could start right-clicking. Then we definitely seen aggression coming from heroes such as Weaver picking up a Medallion Courage. We might even see a Medallion Courage on the Lycanthrope for some early game pressure with that minus armor. Of course, Tinker with the Laser Rocket, very, very strong hero in terms of dealing early game DPS. And after the Tinker farms BOT, he doesn't need to farm anymore. He could just TP into a lane and harass with Rocket non-stop. And I think that's what we're going to see here against that Syllabir. You want to keep on harassing him because he is going to be a big deal. Now talking about the big, Gondar ban, excuse me, real fast. And that's a direct respect ban against YYF's Gondar, who, by the way, took out DK in the winner bracket final match. Just beautiful Gondar play. Like, he didn't even farm all game, he just ganked all day. He was really farmed towards the end because of track bonus gold. That was absolutely insane. Of course, track really nice to have when you have when you're dealing with the Lycanthrope and Weaver, because they move so quickly, so you want to have extra movement speed yourself. The track bonus is going to be nice. Of course, Furion ban is kind of there due to what I talked about earlier. Furion plus Lycanthrope is crazy serious. But for the longest time, I've been trying to talk about the Syllabir matchup against now the Lycan and the Weaver. And the cool thing about Syllabir is that you could count on it happening for sure. There's going to be some times in this game where the bear is going to entangle either the Weaver or the Lycanthrope. And whether they're in BKB or not, it doesn't matter. Whether they're Sakuchi, it doesn't matter. They're going to just get entangled, and they're going to be stuck there for a bit. And that's good time for the Scourge team to kind of focus on those heroes, trying to bring them down, or that's good time for you guys try to escape or get a little bit further away from them. So the entangle is it's not like a counter pick per se, but it's a good tool to have. You're not walking into the battle without any ways to deal with those heroes. Of course, they do have a Beastmaster themselves, so this Beastmaster will provide that 4-second stun. So you have 4-second stun and level 16 that will pierce through BKB. So 2 spells ready to kind of disable the Lycan whether he gets BKB or not. And you know, I'll be interesting to see whether Lycan, going up against two spells that go through the BKB, whether he will get the BKB or he's gonna settle for the Necro 3. Of course, the Witch Doctor is gonna get picked up. He is a fairly decent pushing hero given the fact that he has Voodoo Restoration, so we can still see a push coming out from Nirvana China. Cast is just ever so annoying to deal with, but the more important thing is that, well, you know the enemy team is going to have to deal with your Lycan. He's going to draw a lot of stun. You know that they want to stun down the Weaver as well. Of course, Tinker in the backline casting is no fun to deal with, so they want to stun him too. But now you have a Death Ward in the picture as well, and you gotta stun the Death Ward because he deals massive amount of damage. So by picking so many heroes that all require so much attention, Nirvana China's by protecting each other by having these picks. I hope that makes sense. And now they're gonna round it out with Line, gonna give them that burst damage. It's gonna be nice. And of course, the extra disable against the Beastmaster and Syllabir is going to be fairly strong as well. Meanwhile, on the Scourge side, we see a lot of range. Fissure and Nova comes from afar, Axe from afar, Roar comes from afar as well. They do have very decent mid-game synergy. You know the Beastmaster, judging the fact that they have a Syllabir in the game, I think most likely he's going to go for some type of Inner Beast build. Because that will help Syllabir a lot, and we do see Invoker on the last pick. Can you imagine Invoker in the last pick and Shadow Demon not being picked up at all? The meta game has definitely been evolving, and in this SMM Grand Finals, we don't see a Shadow Demon pick or ban. Can you believe that? I don't, but here we go. Heroes are selected, and let's see who is playing what. Chuan is going to be on the Shaker, who, by the way, is a excellent Winner player and also a very excellent Shaker player. Hopefully we will be proven. We will see how good his Shaker play in this game. He doesn't have any healing. That's interesting to point out. Does he have any gold? Nope. He spent a lot of gold and clarity, and he probably bought a pair of warriors as well. So he's going to do a lot of roaming, given the fact that he's not going to stay in lane. He doesn't want to get hit. Of course, we have Zoe Syllabir here. We have a YYF playing his Feigned Beastmaster. Faith is going to be on Crystal Maiden. And who is the remaining member? It's going to be Ferrari's. Ooh, Ferrari's Invoker. One of the best Invoker player there is. We see a very aggressive roam into enemy jungle. They're not really looking for the first blood. If they see anyone out of position, they'll definitely grab it. But what they really want to do is plan these very aggressive wards that will block off the jungle. If they're suspecting a Lycan jungle, yeah, they are suspecting some type of Lycan jungle. You see that these two wards block off the entire jungle. I might actually want to spend another ward, maybe drop it here as well, and then just completely isolate the jungle away from the lycanthrope, but I think they did enough with this warding. Of course, we do see a Silver. Ooh, nicely done. So what Silver wants to do is, of course, he's going top lane. You might be thinking, what the hell is this bear doing on the bot? What he wants to do is actually pull the creeps, as we see a little bit of engagement. What he wants to do is pull the creeps as they're running past and pull it all the way back to the tower, and then get Ferrari like a free level 1. Let's see if we do that successfully. The first time I seen that done was Light of Heaven playing Silver on like the long lane, and he sent a bear and just like pull for himself, and he got a safe level. So Weaver is going to be on the top lane. It is going to be played by Sea King, and looks like they're going to come around for a first blood. They have a Sentry Ward, so if they get a good fissure block, that is going to be it. Shaker coming in, and let's see how good the fissure block it is. It's going to be perfect fissure block. Weaver's been like, oh shoot, the Sentry Ward's going to get dropped down. Where is the bite? There is the bite, and can they bring him down? Couple more right clicks. Chuan with his big stick beating down with a double damage. Faith, of course, with the first blood kill. He's going to pick up boost of speed right now. And Sentry Ward is kind of obligatory nowadays, especially when you're laning up again on your safe lane, and because you know the enemy team most likely is going to try to ward off your pull, and having a Sentry Ward is going to ensure you grab the pull whenever you want to. As we see a little bit of engagement on the bottom lane, they're going to try to bring down the Invoker. Invoker is going to be fine. He will have a little bit of cost regen, but right now they're doing a fairly good job keeping him back. We're going to see a very aggressive lane of Lion and Witch Doctor. Meanwhile, Lycanthrope is going to be in the defensive jungle. Meanwhile, Tinker soloing mid. Yes, X on Tinker. This is probably one of my favorite combination and a favorite player on the hero, because he is such a good Tinker player, which we will see in this game. The Lycanthrope is going to be played by Crystal. We have Banana on the support Witch Doctor, and it looks like we're going to have 357 on the line. Looks like a little bit of engagement here. Shaker comes around, maybe grab off a fissure to get a little bit of assist. And Shaker has been kind of all over the map now. Already got a successful first blood on the top lane. Now going to go back on the bottom lane to give a little bit of assistance to that Invoker. I mean, of course, Beastmaster is going to go for that Inner Beast Aura build. And the reason that Inner Beast is so good, of course, it gives you that massive increase in attack speed in early game, or in mid game, especially really important for Syllabear and for Spirit Bear, but more importantly, it helps you push the lane. Don't underestimate how quickly your creeps will be attacking, and it's going to be multiplied by 4 or 5, right? Because you know the aura applies to everyone, and because of that, your creeps is going to push a little bit quicker. You could use your access to assist the push as well, and you could grab runes like this. And you're not going to miss out too much EXP. And you can see he's going to go right back here. He has a regen in his bottle now, and it's going to be, you know, spamming axes, grabbing CS, and you know, X is going to have a little bit of trouble. The CS is not too good at this moment. 11 to, ooh, nicely done. He saw the regen rune being popped up by the Beastmaster, so immediately fired a rocket and canceled most of the regen from the regen rune, so nicely done. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, Silver 16 to 5. The Weaver's got to be fairly careful because there is a Sentry Ward on the ground. I'm pretty sure Crystal Maiden is maxing Bite as we go along. Right now, he's got 1 Nova, 1 Bite, and 1 Aura, but I think he's going to starting to take a Bite at 4 and 5. Now you might be thinking, why don't we see Crystal Maiden, you know, maxing Aura anymore? Wasn't that a fairly common build? It definitely was, but now with the introduction of Arcane Boots, now we definitely see at least 2 or maybe even 3 Arcane Boots in a game. Not taking the Aura is actually actually pretty okay, because you know the regen from the Arcane Boots is often sufficient enough to fill up everyone's mana. So not maxing Aura, definitely a very common build, and they're, you know, saying, well, the Crystal Maiden nuke actually does quite a bit of damage. We were trying to come around to get a little bit of CS. Crystal Maiden doing a very good job in terms of last hitting some of these neutral creeps, granting herself a little bit of gold. You can see she's just basically jungling at this point, double pulling and then doing another pull on this camp, and she's level 3.5, almost hitting 4. So fairly good job in terms of leveling up. And meanwhile, Weaver is actually lower EXP than her. Weaver only having 1 Sakuchi left, so she's got to be extremely careful. Of course, he is regening quite a bit with the Ring of Poseidus, and that's going to give him the second Sakuchi in just a bit of time. Meanwhile, Beastmaster is still pushing the lane with his Inner Beast at level 2 right now, access to level 3. He's going to find another rune on the bot lane. He's going to secure that for himself. It's going to be Invisibility rune, and looks like we do have Shaker swinging around this this ward, and of course this ward is going to see over the rune spot. So right now Tinker does know that there's an invisible Beastmaster coming around, and we do see a very desperate move here from the Tinker. He does pick up boots of speed first. To me, that is a sign of weakness. That's a sign of being a little bit defensive. Generally, you do want the bottle for the extra regen, but he's a little bit worried. He wants the extra movement speed to survive. So X not doing terribly too well in the mid lane, but in 5 minutes he does have 22 creep kills, so that's okay. That's about 4 minutes, not too bad. On the top lane here, Weaver not doing nearly as good, 8-1 as his farm, but meanwhile Zoe 31 in 5 minutes. That's 6 minutes here. He's missing like 1 creep wave, two or three creep kills every minute. That's just absolutely insane if you want to look at it that way. Tinker back in the mid lane, 25 now and 10. Lycanthrope jungling up. He is level 5, going to be going for Vlad, of course, and then going to transition. Let's see if he's going to pick up the Medallion Courage, or he's going to go straight into, let's say, Tread's BKB or Tread's Necrobook. Tron roaming around as we see a little bit of engagement on top lane here. Weaver goes into the jungle. Swarm comes out, and with teleportation scroll comes in right now. Witch Doctor Cass going to be bouncing on heroes, and they're going to try to bring down Syllabur. Syllabur might get in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, looks like X and Tinker, Tinker and the Beastmaster trading hits a little bit. Looks like both of them die, but the engagement is still happening. Salve comes back in, and we do see get a kill by Zoe, and Zoe is going to go right back in Central Wards. We're going to be right here. No more Sakuchi, one more Sakuchi, but nowhere to run as Zoe picks up a double kill on that top lane. Very good move by Zoe going back. He does have the fate to be finished. He salved up immediately and came right back, and with the assist of the Crystal Maiden, got themselves a kill. Of course, Beastmaster and the Tinker killing each other is going to cancel each other out, but that I think went in the favor of the Scourge as well, because, well, Tinker, a death hurts Tinker so much. Beastmaster, not really. Like, he doesn't really mind dying that much. But slowing down Tinker's BOT is absolutely huge here. And of course, we did see a couple kills going on top lane there, but we do see the Swarm come in, and looks like Lycanthrope is going to get frozen for now, and that is a pretty decent level. Looks like Crystal Maiden getting owned by these neutral creeps. Drop off with Nova as well. They're going to try to chase him down, but looks like the Lycan is going to go back the other way, and her Shapeshift is going to be running out fairly soon. As Crystal Maiden out of mana, so he's not going to come in to do a little bit of assist. But you can see how important it is to pick up Phase Boot to survive against both Weaver and Lycanthrope. They actually didn't get too many attacks off against them, frankly, due to the good support play of Faith. Was able to drop off a couple of spells to help him out. Seeking right now not farming well, but on the other side, Burning Zoe farming so much better right now. 40 CS in 7 minutes. Back in the mid lane, Beastmaster farming not too bad himself, 30 CS compared to Tinker's 29. Tinker actually somehow managing to catch up despite forfeiting every single rune to the Beastmaster. Beastmaster on the way on the bottom with the Smoke of the Sea. They are looking for blood, and I think they're going to find themselves a lion. This lion not long for life, and as we see Beastmaster comes in, of course not having the Hawk, they don't have the overhead sight, and now they do see Lion does realize as well. And looks, are we going to have a dive is the question. Axis chops a tree off, and he was a little bit too far away, guessing correctly, but that's okay. He does have mana for Roar, and we'll have the mana for Axis once again if they choose to dive. I think they are going to try to maybe push the tower a little bit and dive. Yeah, they're going to push the tower right now. Roar is up. We do have Shaker still invisible. Smoke is ran out, and Crystal's got to be somewhat careful as well. And here we go. This push is going to be happening, and Demon Witch might just get blocked out by a fish in the back. Meanwhile, we do have Scourge pushing the tower. A single reinforcement. Witch Doctor comes around. He does have invisibility rune, and that might turn things around. Tron comes around, and that's going to secure themselves a tower for sure. As creeps weld on with a really fast attack speed. Witch Doctor still standing on the rune's going to give it to the Tinker, and we're going to see a big team fight breaking on the bot lane. Are we going to pop the glyph for that tower is the question. We do have reinforcement coming in, and Scourge says, okay, you know what? Don't want to deal with this tower. You can deny it if you really want to. But it's more important for us to stay alive. And we do have Lycanthrope coming in with the ult form. He needs to pop his ult. Where's the Roar? No Roar at the moment. Needs a Roar. There's a Roar, but unfortunately he has a Maledict. The rocket is going to fishing off, and he's going to be dead for sure. The Lycanthrope Wolf still chasing in, and I think that should be the end of the engagement. Oh no, we do have, wow! Laser into a single finger of death. That Crystal Maiden had a nightmarish finger up in her, and that definitely did not feel good. We do have Demon Witch purchasing that power shreds for a little bit of extra intelligence, and unfortunately for them, the tower is definitely going to get denied, and they also lost a couple of heroes, and that was a pretty good comeback here from Nirvana China. Still a little bit surprised that Nirvana China still have not denied this. Maybe they forgot for now. But on the top lane here, we do see Zoe farming like a madman. 9 minutes in, 54 creep kills, still maintaining his 6 a minute, and is about to bring down a tower, and that is the benefit of Syllabur. There's really nothing much you could do about it, as Syllabur basically just auto right clicks and brings down the tower, and that's another 400 or 500 gold added to Zoe's farm. How much gold does he have right now? 2,600 gold in 10 minutes after phase boots. Absolutely insane. But meanwhile, on the bot lane here, looks like Lion in a little bit of trouble. The Tornado's going to send him up in the air. That will be enough damage to bring him down. Witch Doctor and the Lycanthrope coming around, but they're not going to do too much. So Lion getting effectively shut down as well. And this is not looking too good for Nirvana China, because they really require the early game to go in their favor. Tinker needs a quick BOT. Let me check out how Tinker's doing on the go. He's actually pretty decent. 1400 gold, just 700 gold away from that very important item for him. And well, Weaver's not farming well. That's an issue. And of course, Lycanthrope not farming too decently themselves. They're still keeping on this tower alive. They're saying we will only deny it at the very last possible moment. You might be thinking, well, why don't you just deny it right now? What difference does it make? Sometimes in this, especially in this early stage of the game, as we see the tower getting denied, like an extra 100 gold might just be enough for a support to pick up a boosted speed, and that's a kind of a big thing. You don't know if they're short 100 for boots or wards or whatnot, or if a carry hero is short 100 gold for, let's say, a VIP booster. So as long as you could deny the gold for as long as possible, then that's exactly what you should try to do. Crystal Nova is being sent to level 3. And she's just level 6, so 2 bite, 3 Crystal Nova, and 1 aura. I thought she would be taking more points than a bite, considering that, well, they are up against, you know, Seeking, the Weaver, and also Lycanthrope. So I do believe bite might be a little bit better, but he's gonna go for the AoE build, a little bit more damaging, which is fine. Shaker's still roaming around. You can see that Chuan basically stayed in no lane for more than, you know, a minute or two. He spent all his clarity. He's got his boots of speed already. Of course, the aura being very helpful in terms of replenishing his mana. But even without farm, he's level 5 already, and that's through all his really successful and good ganks with his teammates. Beastmaster called while level 2, and they are gonna push on this tower. Very low. Shaker's gonna come in from back, and of course with Invoker here, there's really nothing much that the enemy team could do about it, and the tower gets picked off by the Scourge. We do have multiple teleportations going on the bot lane. Lycanthrope sensing it, and ooh, he did not get picked up on the Cyclone, but the Roar is going to be on him right now. Can he run out is the question. They're trying to chain stun him. The Cold Snap doing quite a bit of damage, but with the Mist Tornado, they are not going to come in here just in time. Looks like we did a couple of these heroes teleport in. I think that was a little bit waste on the teleport scroll. Now Celeb is going to be trapped in kind of no man's land. He can't really don't really want to farm here, especially if the enemy tower is not there anymore. And also, he just teleported away from top, and it's going to give Weaver a little bit of free farm time, and he needs so much free farm time here. You can see that he's only got 27 CS in 12 minutes. That's only over a little bit over 2 minutes. And that's not saying, well, CK can't last it. That's what that is saying, that, well, they did a very good job keeping CK away from the lane. If you give CK free farm like this, he will last it every single creep, or close to it. So that meant that Crystal Maiden did an exceptional job keeping the Weaver back, and Silver, of course, using his Spirit Bear, kept the Weaver back as well, and that really cut him down on his EXP and also on his level. Shaker back in the mid lane got the Arcane Boots picked up. Beastmaster got a Smoke of Deceit, Vit Booster, and Cloak of Defiance, and excuse me, Planeswalker Cloak, and we do have a Relic being picked up. Yes, a Relic being picked up in 13 minutes. How much gold does he have in the bank? Still have 300, 400 gold in the bank. He is going to pick up the Radiance in just a minute. We're going to see maybe a 15-minute Radiance. That is just absolutely insane. And I don't know if right now Sentinel could deal with a 15-minute Radiance push. Weaver's got absolutely nothing. He doesn't even have boots of speed yet. He does have 1500 gold, so he could pick up treads right now. BOT is purchased on Tinker, and that is his item. He needs level right now. He needs to farm a Soul Ring with his next 800 gold, and he needs to get up to level 12 and 13. So you can use your Margin Machine and defend. Or let's say he's going to just TP into Sliver's lane and continue Rocket Barrage the heck out of him. Looks like he is going to just do that. TP to the top lane. And Silver, though, fairly lucky because he could stay in the jungle, so he doesn't have to really face with those rocket harasses. On the bot lane here, we do have Lycanthrope solo pushing this tower. I think this tower might be brought down. A single teleport scroll coming in. Who is this? It's going to be Earthshaker. Can he defend the question? There's a Fissure trying to delay it. Can't. Nope. Looks like Lycanthrope's going to just right-click that down. Medallion Courage is purchased on the Lycanthrope, so he's going to scare the Shaker away as well. But we do have two heroes coming in from the Scourge. Going to bottom, it is going to be the Beastmaster. Picks up the Illusion Rune. And of course, Invoker going for his safe phase boot into four staff build. Four staff is going to be an important item in this game, dealing both Weaver and the Lycanthrope, who spent a good deal of their time chasing around. So if you could mitigate the fact that they have to chase a little bit longer, that is a pretty decent item to pick up. Witch Doctor trying to pick up some item and level in the jungle. He is level 6. We did see his Death Ward do some damage in the previous fights, but yeah, still need a max Maledict and max cast to be to have this hero to be truly effective. Crystal Maiden does have the Urns of Shadow being picked up. And do we have that 15-minute Radiance is the question. Yep, we are going to have that 15-minute Radiance. Insane farm coming out from Zoe, and Sentinel in a little bit of trouble. Beastmaster level 10. He's got the Aura on level 2. He's got the Hawk at level 3. And he's tanky. He's getting to there. He's right now he's only sitting at 1250 HP. But once he's finished his Vanguard, once he's finished his Hood and Pipe, he's going to be doing so much. Looks like we're going to see a gank being set up here. As we see Shaker can lob off a Fissure. And let's see what Invoker's going to do. No, Invoker's going to just back off with the Shaker and go farm for now. Looks like we're entering a little bit of tame farming stage. So I'm going to bring down the menu. And let's see how many creeps everyone's got. 60 creeps on the X, 52 on the Weaver, and 39 and 24 respectively on the Lycanthrope and Lion. That's not enough farm to really make a difference here. But we see 61 creep kills on the Beastmaster, 47 on the Invoker, and how many? 66 on Zoe as well. So Zoe, actually Tinker doing a fairly good job keeping out with Zoe, who had basically free farm on that lane. And because he's farming so well, he is going to get that BLT very quickly. I still haven't really kept track of where he's been going. He's been TPing around to do crazy stuff. And we do see that Soul Beam-Master is a Soul Ring. And that's going to really ease up Tinker's mana regeneration for quite a bit. Because, you know, when you're BLTing around, you know you're going to go back to Fountain anyways. So it doesn't really matter if you're sacrificing a lot of your health to get the extra mana for you to cast. So Radiant is finished now. Of course, we do have a Stout Shield up on the Beer. A bit interesting that we didn't have Quelling Blade on the Bear, but that's okay. Lone Druid using his Bear to do a little bit of farming and scare the Weaver a little bit away, even though he can attack. On the bot, Scourge trying to, or excuse me, Sentinel trying to push, but to me it feels like they don't really know what they want to do. Or better put, they probably know what they want to do, but they can't really do it. I'm sure they want a Roshan kill. They want to kill this mid tower as well, but Scourge very defending, and I think they might be completely prepared for it. He is going to go for BKB, which again, I'm not too sure whether I agree with this choice, given that there's a Primal Roar on the other end, given that there is spells like Entangle on the Spirit Bear that goes to the other end. So it's good still against Crystal Maiden and stuff. Whether it's necessary, we'll have to wait and see. EMP Tornado, it's going to go on the high ground, and Lycanthrope loses 300 of his 400 mana. That is going to hurt a bit. It looks like with that, they are going to go into the Roshan pit. The Wolves is going to get burned down by the Radiance damage. But at the very least, the Sentinel does know what's happening. Can they come in and jack, though, is the question. Tinker will be spamming lasers, but still got to be very careful. Because, again, the range from the Scourge team is just absolutely insane. They come in from afar with the Fissure and Nova. Do a massive amount of damage, and looks like the teamfight might break out because Celebrate taking a lot of time to take down this Roshan. In fact, I think he's going to just give up for it. Yeah, not enough damage to take it down. Instead, going to just defend mid a little bit. It looks like Lycanthrope might be thinking about going into the pit and picking something up for himself, but I think without his teammate, he really can't do it. Checking on the item progression, BOT Tinker is done, and we do see a bit booster on the Weaver. Still no treads, no boots, no cloak. He is going to go straight Relic afterwards as well, but that Relic is so late compared to the Silver Relic. Meanwhile here, 357's line just with treads, and Bracer. Meanwhile we have Lycanthrope with fairly standard items. On the other hand here, Vit Booster for the Beastmaster so he could tank up. 4 staff is completed on the Invoker and still 1k go in the bank. Crystal Maiden just have Urn and Wards as you expect. And of course Arcane Boots already picked up on the Shaker. Zoe got the Radiance as well. Probably another tier 4 item in the making. So he's filthy rich. Looks like we do have a little bit of engagement on the mid lane. Tornado is going to miss once again, but that's okay. 25 seconds cooldown on that Tornado. Can cast it many times in defending a... It looks like a push is happening for the Sentinel, or at the very least, they're hovering around the area. Lycanthrope is here. Vlad's is finished for a long time, and here we go. Tinker starting that rocket spam harass between the bottle and Soul Ring. He's going to do this for a long time. And if these guys try to stay and defend, they're going to take a lot of damage. Another teleport scroll coming in. And guess what? We have another, pushing going on the bot lane. So this, at the very least, forces the Silver Bear to stay on the bot lane. He doesn't even have a teleport scroll. And meanwhile, Tinker is going to slowly work on the mid lane. This is a fight for creep equilibrium. And Tinker's probably one of the best in business to do so. Because they're like, oh, I'm getting pushed on the top lane. Let me just TP there for a bit. drop off and march a machine, and then he could go back to fighting. So that's exactly what he's gonna do. And basically they're pinning 3 or 4 heroes in the back of the tower. And Scourge doesn't have to stay there because, well, top lane's going to slow push. You can't leave the Weaver on the bot lane because he's going to push there as well. Ah, really smart move. That's what you could do. You leave the bear there and use the Radiance to push, and then you summon him back and then grab yourself a little bit of positional advantage. Roshan is going to be attempted once again, I suppose. But again, Tinker, it's going to be so annoying. It's going to TP in with Rocket Harass. They're going to try to do it quick. Can they is the question. Roshan fairly tank. We're 20 minutes in the game, so Roshan has received 4 buffs. And he's fairly tanky at this point. Whereas Tinker's the question. He's going back to the base. He's regenerating some mana. Zoe's Bear is a little bit low HP. Oh, that's a really far creep to TP into. Should maybe target one of these creeps over here. But here we go. Tornado's going to be drop EMP on him. And does he have to... He doesn't have mana anymore. He's going to be huge trouble. He doesn't have a magic wand either. There's Entangle. It looks like Lycanthrope is going to go down without even doing anything. Shaker comes in from the center of Alpha. He's really low. Echo Slam from high ground. Tron. Beautiful play here. And now he's going to go to melee range and do a little bit of damage to those bugs. And it looks like this is a team fight. It's completely won. 40 Scourge, and I believe with the Aegis ending up on the Syllabear, that is a difficult disadvantage to come back from. But Tinker's still alive. He's going to TP back and heal up immediately. The rocket spam did reduce everyone's HP by quite a bit. Urn is being used right now. I think right now Scourge desperately needs some type of mecha. They really want one. Maybe give Crystal Maiden a little bit of farm and then allow her to farm for one. The Lycanthrope is back for now. I think he might have bought back, and that's why the Scourge team not really going for the Roshan yet. Swarm is going to come in, and here comes the Lycan Wolf. They are going to kill off Invoker immediately, and now focus on Zoe. Zoe very low, and there's a bite on the Crystal, and there's an Entangle. Exactly what I'm talking about. He's kept in place. He's just got to run now because the mass damage is going to be insane. We have a Fissure and Axe is going to do the job, but it looks like the Wolves got the kill. It looks like Wolf is going to come right in for the Crystal Maiden. Can Crystal Maiden live through it? And she looks like she will be okay, but the Rocket comes in as well. Going to get the kill. This team fight all over the place, and now 357. A little bit of trouble. Axe is not long enough. Good impel. Targeting that boar, and that's going to make him come out alive. I'm not too sure where the Lycanthrope bought back in that fight. Because if it did, I think Scourge is in a little bit of trouble. Their items are delayed, but at the very least, they killed the Syllabear a couple of times, or one time at least, and they denied the Aegis. Whoever getting the Aegis here is going to have a huge lead in the game. And both teams, you know, using each other's buyback, having Tinker in this position is really good. And right now, it looks like things are calming down a little bit. This is Q40 Sentinel to try to push down this tower. Still a very high amount of HP, but given that they could do this. Given that they could be so annoying, you know, I think they can push it down if they really wanted to. So Regen Rune gonna get picked up by Demon Witch is just not having a good day. He's probably gonna go for Django next. Blink Dagger should be his next item, but he really doesn't have enough gold to really farm it. So gonna go for Bracer to get a little bit of survivability. He's been picked off so many times right now. We on the top lane, we have Syllabear TPing back into farm against the Weaver. Weaver's gotta be very careful because a single Entangle when you have like 600 HP, you're dead. You're dead. Like. Syllabear already do like so much damage. Entangle does some damage himself. Radiant does damage, so it's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. But Tron, beautiful Shaker play. He's gonna surprise everyone with a Blink Dagger Echo Slam. They're waiting for Tinker to be nearby, maybe to be next to creeps, but nope. Tinker very luckily did not have to face against that. And Tron, yep. Did you see how beautiful that was? Like. It was lying on the low ground, and he just Echo Slam, perfectly knowing the range of Echo Slam after shockwaves, and that just brought down the line. That was nice play here from Tron. And you know what I said, he may be a pudgy ass kid, but guy's pretty good at Dota. And here we go, he's gonna surprise the mid lane. There's a Cyclone to pick him up. Not missing. These Cyclone from far, you need to actually hit them. I know it's only a 25-second cooldown, you can spam it, but I think if he brought the 2 heroes in the air, Tron would have definitely blinked in and did work there, and that would have been the kill. But still, they are gonna go for the Roshan. The Wolf is gonna get burned down by the Radiance. They do have the attack speed aura from the Beastmaster now, and this bear doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, we have EMP Tornado on the bot lane that's gonna drain all of Lycan's damage. So no more Howl, no more Wolves, and that EMP Tornado really hurting him bad. Roshan not gonna be contested at all. Lone Druid picks it up. And how are they going to... They could definitely bring down Lone Druid once, but I'm not too sure whether they can twice. Because, this guy really tank. We're only 14 levels in, and he's got 1800 HP. Once he reaches level 20, he's going to have at least like 18 armor and 2000 HP. And that's just an awesome tank. And of course, he's doing massive amount of damage with the right click of the Spear Bear, excuse me. So we're going to have a big engagement or big gank coming on the top lane. Invoker, Crystal Maiden, and Shaker coming in. Of course, they do have the Beastmaster as well. Beastmaster has opted for the pipe straight away and not go for Vanguard. I wonder if he's going to go for Vanguard now to try to finish it, or he's going to just go for a late game hard. And here we go, Axe is coming in. But it's trying to counter push against Lycan and Tinker is difficult because they have so many good pushing spells. Marcher Machine, cast it continuously. Of course, Lycan Wolf plus Howl does do a damage to towers. But with all that said and done, Scourge has kept up all 5 of their towers. They have only lost 1 tier 1 tower, and that's it. And that's it. They're keeping all their towers alive. They have good TP scroll on the control. They know that, oh, I see Weaver pushing top. Let me start getting there. But no, it looks like Zoe is going to start going on the bot as we see someone TP back to mid lane. Both teams content to farm for now. And I think if both team is going to farm for at least 15 or maybe even 10 minutes, Sentinel will get the advantage back. Because Tinker could get the next big item, whether it's going to be a 4-staff or, you know, Ultimate Orb, whatever it is. He's going to get an item. Weaver taking his time to farm up to a relic. I do believe he has it soon. Yeah, he's have it already. So a big engagement in the jungle as Lycanthrope trying to run. He's surrounded everywhere trying to tangle that, but Shaker, look at that stun. Oh my goodness. What he really wanted to do was to tangle through the trees and get the tower, but it looks like Zoe thought about TPing on top lane, saw the Tinker coming in, is like, you know what? I'm not going to defend that tower. We're going to push one of your tower instead. And it looks like we have the Blink Dagger coming in from Tron. Tron is just all over the place. Yes, we saw Lycanthrope. He tried to run through here and try to tangle out a tree, but this fissure block just absolutely insane. This is why Tron is one of the best Shaker player there is. His Shaker control, or fissure control is just absolutely crazy. Knows the range of his hero, knows what his hero is capable of, and just making really nice plays. And it looks like he's going to go on top lane to defend this tower a little bit. And because of that, the IG team is going to back off for now. So a good tower claim by the top for the Sentinel. They really want this tower as well, but they can't really stay for too long. They did half damage to it as well, so that's going to make Weaver's job a little bit easier later on. And I think he will have his Radiance fairly soon. Now, of course, with the Radiance finish, it is going to, I suppose, cancel out the Radiance from the Silverbear. But Silverbear's got it a lot earlier. In fact, he's got it 11 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago. And because with that Radiance finished 12 minutes ago, he could, on that 12 minute, he's farming really quickly. Look, you could do this in the jungle. It's going to get you a whole bunch of gold. Of course, if Tron doesn't jack it, right? Not too sure what Tron is farming for at this point. He's pretty much done. He's got the Arcane Boots for the mana pool increase, and of course, he's got the Blink Dagger. Only thing he really needs right now is EXP. You want to hit at least level 11. Maybe he could benefit the team by picking up a Django, but there's a couple of Djangos as well. There's one Django on the Invoker. They have the Inner Beast Aura. It looks like Scourge is like, okay, well, we're farmed enough. We got a Hyperstone on our Lone Druid. I think he could put on his actual beer. Still a beer? Real beer at... Does he need to resummon it? Is it on the top lane? Anyways, here now. Looks like the Hyperstone is going to get past him. Look at how quickly he is attacking. That's plus 55 from the Hyperstone. The Beastmaster gives you a bit. The Django gives you a bit. And this tower, not getting any attack speed bonus himself, gonna get mowed down in a couple of seconds. The MP Tornado is gonna miss cleanly, but it don't matter as we see the pipe being used right now. And I don't think the Sentinel team could defend this. They are gonna swarm and resummon of the bear. So one more bear to go through. If they could bring around the bear, that's all they really need to kind of stop this push. Marcher Machine cast being bounced, and this is so annoying to push against. Marcher Machine actually does fairly decent damage. Are they gonna stay around and hope for a gank? I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. Maybe smoke up right here, just do a little bit of team roshing. Team jungling. And what they're basically waiting for them to do is have one person push out. And you see this so much in pubs, like, oh yeah, they're gone, let's just push out. And of course, right now they're trying to capitalize on that mistake from Nirvana.cn. Nirvana.cn is this. Come on, that's the oldest trick in the book. I know that's coming. I'm gonna use my wolf to farm instead. So pretty good move by both teams, trying to outsmart each other. But Zoe is going to go back to keep on farming, and he is indeed up to 135 creep kills in 30 minutes. A little bit slow down on his creep kill, but he spent a lot of time farming in the jungle. So let me check out his neutrals. Got 48 neutrals. Pretty decent. Check out farm overall. Tinker with 100. We have 108 on the Weaver, who has his Radiance finish. Doesn't have even boots yet. It's going to pick up Treads as his next item. 1450 gold on the line. Let's see if he's going to be saving it for that for that blink dagger, or he's gonna opt for some little bit more stats, whether it's gonna be a point booster or gonna go for Staff of Wizard for a 4-staff. We'll have to wait and see. Lycanthrope only has 800 gold. He does have the BKB finish, and of course 95 creep kills as well with Medallion Courage flats. Pretty decent. Silverbear has the Aegis. Looks like he's gonna go for a Cloak of Defiance for a little bit of magic resistance. As well as it's going to finish the Vanguard is a question. I don't think he really needs to be honest. Vanguard's really nice against damage block of the Wolves, Small Wolves, and of course Weaver, but I think at this point he's fairly tanky. 1500 HP, of course with a lot of regens here as well. Meanwhile, Invoker on the top lane does have a 4-staff, does have a phase boot Django, and of course at level 13 he's fairly healthy in terms of level. I think he's got many kills. Let me check out. No, never mind, it's 113. Okay, that's fine. As an Invoker, you don't really need too many kills, as long as you get the levels. Levels is the most important thing. If you're on the top lane trying to push a little bit and be like, yo, I'm pushing tower, someone TP back, don't push us yet because we can't really fight you head on. I think they might be able to, given that the Weaver does have the Radiance, but regardless, he's going to push the top a little bit to do a little bit pressure, and he might actually bring down this tower. He's definitely going to draw the heroes back. He's definitely going to draw a hero back, and it looks like Zoe is going to TP immediately to protect his tower. So very nicely done, delaying the push more and more. And like I was said, if you give the enemy team about 10 to 15 minutes extra to farm, Tinker will have an item, Lycanthrope will have an item, and Weaver will have an item. And that might be a little bit difficult for IG team to go through. They do have very decent team fight through the fact that they have Invoker, they have an Echo Slam on the Blink Dagger for the Shaker. And of course, they have Crystal Man as well, who does pretty decent AoE damage. The team fight favor is still on the Scourge side, but the Linking carry, you gotta worry about them because they're gonna be right clicking like crazy with those BKB turned on. Vlad's is going to be the next item choice for Beastmaster. And I do like this. It allows the Spear Bear to heal up a little bit. It gives everyone plus damage, plus armor. It's going to make your creep wave a lot more sustainable, a lot tankier. And looks like they're going to push on the top thing to get the remaining tower. I don't really think that after they push this top tower, they would keep on going. In fact, they'll probably just back off after this. And of course, level 16, like I talked about, 2000 HP. 18 armor, or 18 base armor, now plus 11 more. And looks like the tower is going to go down, and they might just go in for the high ground. But that marching machine, man. Silverbear says so much. Gonna run through it, no problem. And here we go. No defense coming in from Nirvana China. Mass TP's going back to base. The base Rax is at a half HP. Here comes Lycanthrope. EMP Tornado hits a line, so no more Finger of Death. He is in trouble. No more mana to do anything else. And it looks like the Glaive might just bring down. Ooh, nice. Bringing out the Lone Druid, or resummoning the Lone Druid. But tower did eventually go down, so pretty decent push. And I think they're not done yet. They're going to keep going. Of course, they do have the Aegis on the Lone Druid, so it doesn't matter too much if they die. If they're getting pushed, Tinker says, I could just come back and defend. No, Zoe coming back to defend. So it looks like they aren't going to try to push. All they really wanted was that tier 2 tower. They got a kill or two, and that was good. 6-11 right now in favor of IG. Keep in mind that IG is one win away from being crowning as the champions of SMM. And looking pretty decent so far in this game. I think they might just win, as we see Silverbear picks up a plate mail. Gonna go for Assault Carriers. Meanwhile, Invoker fairly, again, healthy in terms of that level. Beastmaster comes in, got the Vlad's finish, got this jam overhead. He is, master of support, really. And then, where is the last guy? And last guy is Shaker, of course. How can I forget about Tron? Really, really beautiful Shaker play. And let's see if he's gonna keep on delivering. On the other side here, BKB, Lycan still, how much gold do they have in the bank? 2,700, 2,000, and that's it. And of course, 1260, which got turned into 300 gold with that power threats. Smart counter wars here, but EMP Tornado is going to bring Lycan, and he is going to be out of mana for Shapeshift. This is so annoying to deal with. In fact, there's really nothing to deal with it. It's just dumb. So strong, EMP Tornado. It looks like we have them camping for the Roche. Someone marked down the wrong time, man, because Roche ain't spawning. Oh shoot, gotta go back. Gotta go back for now. AC is finished on that Silverbear, and he is gonna push tower like crazy. Of course, one of the best thing about AC on Silverbear is it gives Silverbear two things that he needs the most, or makes Silverbear, the Spear Bear, two things that he's already good at. First, he's already attacking very fast with Rapid You add in, of course, Beastmaster Aura and Django charge. He's attacking really fast. But now you add into AC. He's going to attack even faster, and that's going to give you more procs on that, of course, on the Entangle. Second thing that he's really good at is pushing towers. And guess what AC is going to do? Get a -5 armor on the tower and let you go to town. So really, really good item on the Spirit Bear. But still, they're just farming right now. Slowbeard goes back to top, trying to protect that tower. And indeed, he will. Weaver Sakuchi's out. He's looking for a Reaver. Weaver trying to buy the Reaver, the one that gives you plus 25 strength. That translates roughly to 500 something HP. And the Heart overall with the Viv Booster gives you about 700, 800. I think it's just an absolutely insane increase in terms of HP. But here we go. Uh-oh, looks like this guy is scouted by those. Oh, this bird trying to run away like crazy. They are going to spot the Lycan, and now they're going to initiate on him. His question Slipper is incoming. Going to get warded away by a couple of wolves. Weaver doing a good job. They're going to chase down this Spirit Bear. Spirit Bear is going to get resummoned, or at least drawn to him. Going to run down to the top. It looks like engagement is happening. We did have a Blink Dagger from Tron coming in. It's going to use the Echo Slam. BKB is used, and now the Wolf, Big Bad Wolf, going like crazy, but he had to use the BKB just to run. And that was the initiating power of the Shaker. I apologize for missing that, but Shaker blinked in with Enchant Totem and started going to work on them. And that was enough to draw out the ultimate and the BKB. Very importantly, the BKB, the first charge of the BKB. So now he has a 75-second cooldown against this huge push that's coming their way. Invokers still, of course, have all his spells. I do believe Beastmaster Roar, yes, Beastmaster Roar was using that engagement, so you don't have any more. But Lycanthrope now don't have the cooldown. Of course, he can't get off. Oh no, EMP Tornado on X, so he can't cast anything. He got brought down immediately. They're trying to bring down Shaker. Shaker is down for now. Are we gonna have a buyback? Tinker does buyback. Witch Doctors go down as well. Killing spree and a double kill on the Spirit Bear, and he's tanking so much as well. And the Wolves trying to bring down Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden survived with 1 HP. We do have the Spirit Bear. Wow, he's just bringing down the Lycanthrope. It's gonna go on the Weaver. Weaver is gonna go down as well, and this is the overwhelming power of the team. And now here Lycanthrope's gonna survive and come right back. Of course, we still have the Aegis on the Lone Druid, and I think that should be enough to ward them back. And no, they're gonna keep on chasing the Rocket. It's gonna maybe bring down Zoe. Zoe very, very low at this point. He is gonna get brought down if he does get. Ooh, his Bear somehow still got a kill with the Radiance. Can they bring him down a second time? Is the question. They don't have stuns, but look at that entangling, and there's a Roar, and they're gonna get the kill. And now we have Zoe still only at this point. BKB is used, but again, the entangle from the Bear. No, he did get a kill, and it's gonna come back alive. But Tron, you never are gonna away from trying. Are you? Oh, no. Wow, very, very good cast. And now Witch Doctor is gonna be the sacrificial lamb as Tron blinks in a couple of right clicks here, and that's what's just 3 or 4 right clicks coming in here from the Spirit Bear. And Zoe is showing us why this hero is absolutely insane, man. Like, he's solo carry against Weaver and Lycanthrope. Got kills after kills after kills. Of course, his supporting cast is so much. Tron was there to stun. Roar was there. And a lot of it is, his teammates. The Aura from the Inner Beast, the Django. And I'm not too sure whether maybe we even had a Alacrity being dropped up on the Spirit Bear or something like that. They didn't take any Raxes yet, but of course, Tron calling out for the decidedly safe. Gonna be using it to a little bit of his mental advantage. And now the score is 9-18 in favor of the Scourge team. And Spirit Bear, after that fight, just got like a whole bunch of gold. And now I wonder what he's going to do with his 3,000 gold. Is he going to be finishing his hood? I don't think he really... Gold Scepter. What a smart item. He knows that he still can be brought down. But guess what? His true damage is... I mean, he does do a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. But his really true damage is coming from that AC Radiance Bear. Like, that thing deals so much damage. So if he's getting completely focused down by the Lycanthrope and the Weaver, and yes, he can be brought down when he's completely focused down, it's going to pop the Ghost Scepter, and you're not mitigating his own DPS. Because, guess what? The Bear is, doing all of that. Weaver gonna TP back right now. Gonna jump in right now. We have the blink, but no, there's an impale. But Shaker comes in as a counter initiation, and X is gonna be in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna be okay for now, as we see the Lycan Wolf gets entangled up. Can he make it out? No, the Radiance and the Bear is gonna right click him down, and now we have the entire team of the Sentinel in trouble. X did go down, trading his life for the cow. And right now, do we have a teleport scroll on the Weaver? Teleport scroll is on cooldown. Is he gonna defend? No, he's gonna try to push out top. Maybe. What is he doing, man? You gotta go home. I think he realized that he can't defend anyway. So I think he's gonna just give up the racks and just push out the top lane. And hopefully, without the equilibrium going in their favor, that they can push top successfully. But the tower gone. Silver says like, okay, whatever. Gonna just right click that down. GG's immediately called, and that's the game. How quickly it happened. It was just after one fight, and then we had Zoe rolling back in. Of course, I mean, Zoe is just so strong. I think it's out of position of the lycanthrope. He got initiated on twice. First was like over here. He had the BKB and he ran out, and that's fine, but he didn't have the BKB during the base fight here. And then we had another little bit out of position fight here. As we saw, the entire team got initiated on. Lycanthrope was killed here. Tinker was killed here. So overall, I feel like Nirvana China's position left something to be desired, but don't want to take anything away from this beautiful Silver play. Insane amount of farm. 207 creep kills, massive neutral kills, and then in a team fight, right clicking, getting every single last hit. IG Invictus Gaming is our champion for SMM 2011, the last international LAN for Dota 1. I am shedding a manly tear, not really, but I am feeling a little bit, it's like we're moving on. We're moving on to bigger and better things. And this is a close of a chapter in Dota 1 history. Of course, there's still Dota 1 replays out there. I did see a couple of Chinese replay being uploaded from the ECL. I might take a crack at them when I do have time, but from this point on, we're gonna have less and less Dota 1 content on this YouTube channel. I'm gonna have some, and we're gonna move on to Dota 2 stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and that's it from me. And until next time, this is Luminous signing off.